How y'all doing today? I came today to speak on for a few minutes on entitlement. I've seen it from my last video that I put out. I had a few people inbox me. A few people called and said that they needed that, and it was, it was good to hear that, to see that the type of things that are on people's minds, some things that they wanted to speak on that they never have. I have 4,000 Facebook friends with 75 subscribers at this point, which is, it's a big difference, but I'm appreciative to the people that I have to just know that maybe what I talk about helps them in a way, or that you just feel what's the word I'm looking for? That you just want to hear what I'm talking about. Some things gonna be funny, but some things I'm really starting to begin to look at it as if, like I said from the beginning of the page, it's just life lessons on what some people need to hear. Because I know that some people are just, some people are soft-spoken, some people just don't respond. But I'm here to do that for you. And the word I'm focusing on today is entitlement. I think now in the society, as far as even with our children, family members, some people feel as if they're just entitled to whatever you have. I say children because I notice now in today's time, I remember putting up when everybody was getting ready for school. You know how everybody is just so hyped and ready to show everybody what they purchased their kids for school, how many pair of Jordans they gonna have, how much designer that they might have for them. But then I said, when I made a post and I said, don't y'all forget to post those report cards when they come out too as well. And I had a few people hit me and show me their kids' report card, and I was told them congratulations and it was good on that, but the mass majority did not. And I see now as if, and I really can't say that I fault the children at this, because it's like parents these days are in competition with other parents, or they don't want to seem less of a parent when their child come home and say such and such, the new Jordans came out, he get them, he did it, he got that. But like I was always told my son, my youngest boy, that it's better to be rewarded than just to be given things. And he's learning, he's understanding what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, you don't just want to give your kids stuff just to be giving it to them, because you're not going to be showing them any kind of growth of them trying to make any achievements. Because I say that to say this. If it's in my house, that, just say for instance in your house, that you're making it to where your kids, the grades are this, the grades should be this, your grades should be that, if you want to get this. But if that's not turned on, if that switch isn't turned on in another house to where you just get what you want because you asked for it, I don't think that's showing the child responsibility. I don't think it's showing them any kind of way of trying to achieve any kind of goal. Because, just say if it was me and I could get what I want and not doing that, I probably wouldn't do that. That's just being real. But it seems as if now, I think a lot of us look at how we was raised, or what we probably, quote unquote, went through with our parents, and you want to take the road of being more lenient, more cool with your kids, which I can't run nobody's house. It's just my opinion. It might not mean that to you all, but I don't take that as being a good thing to do, because you're taking a lot of you're taking a lot more from your kids now, because you're making it to in your head to, I don't want to be like my mom and daddy. I don't want to do, my mom and daddy made me do such and such to get stuff. I ain't gonna take my kids through that. But you're not showing them anything by doing that as well. I can think back to me thinking that, or somebody might think that, well, people had X amount of dollars, or your family got this and that. But I had to work. I can recall a time my mom had got me a car, and I never could drive the car because I ain't never get no job. But now, it's like, if such and such got it, then we gonna get it, because we don't want, everybody's on social media to show everybody that they living their best life when they not. Or you keeping your kids clean, you keeping them fly, but they're not excelling in school. They don't even respect you as much. You want to be friends with your kids when it's gonna bite you in the butt in the end. And some people may feel as if you do how you want to do it, y'all. So I'm just saying how it's gonna end, because it's like nowadays, I think you have to pretty much lead by example, because you have to set standards for your kids so they'll be able to set standards for their kids. Because like I've told my kids, and I tell my youngest boy all the time, I try to instill, when I'm talking, I guess they say I talk tough love with them, but I try to show them what it can be, what it will be, if you don't, take heed of what I'm telling. Because I always let them know I'm not gonna be here forever, and you could die and leave your kids all the money in the world, but if you ain't setting nothing in their mind to progress, the money will be gone for you cold. So you got to show them. I mean, and if you're looking at it like you had a struggle, or you went through this, you went through that, then you should be trying to change a whole nother role for your kids. Prime example, it's known I did time went to prison for selling drugs. So it's known that when my name is said or something, it would be attached to that. If you was talking about what somebody getting some money, or he was in the street, Lou was doing this, Lou was doing that. But not at one time do I promote that for my kids. I don't want to see my kids doing nothing that I did. And that even goes for females. You got to change the way that you're doing around your kids, because they watching now more than ever. I say it all the time. We are real slow compared to kids. So you should get them, and you should be trying to get them on track, because the way the world is going, you never know if you're going to be here today. You don't even know. You can't even say if you're going to be here tomorrow. You can't even know if you're going to be here for the end of this day. So if you know what you did, and you seen the roads that you was going down, I mean, I think it would be only right to try to show them something different. I look at my sister. I have to say she's my sister. She says I'm her brother, and she'll know who I'm talking about. She's from my town, and no matter how you look at everybody from Longburg, from where I'm from, some kind of way, it's some type of struggle, because there's not too much advancement there, regardless of what you may think somebody has in their house or had in their house. Everybody's it's really a struggle, because if you're doing good, and that's all you got is to be able to take care of your house in my town. But my sister came up with her children on her own and lives life. And I see a lot of people complain about what they had what they didn't have, the lack of thereof, but no one is trying to better their situation. Because I feel like it's seeing where, I'm speaking of Longbury, period, to seeing where we come from and what we've been through, it seemed like it was only right to try to find a better way for our children. I mean, because you already know we're at a disadvantage at that. So school should be a major thing. I tell people all the time, you can't be cool and it don't add up. That's not gonna work. So I think we should get more off of trying to show somebody that we're doing so much, but we're lacking so much. And I put myself in that as well. But we gotta have to get a grip on your children, your family, anybody that you see around you that's somewhat not on what they should be on. Because the days go so fast and we lose people even faster. So you can't just have your kids knowing when the Jordans come out. You need to be teaching them about insurance, teaching them about school, teaching them about credit. Because you know all of us didn't know. And I mean, you don't know when you're gonna leave here, so you need to put your kids in the best position you can put them in, instead of wanting to be the cleanest kid or have your kid known for he the one always got all the Jordans. You should be trying to teach your kids a way to get away from what you had to go through, and it seems like that would be something that we would want to do, because I don't want my sons to be a part of none of what I went through. So I try to instill them and talk to them, let them know what life can be and how you should look at it. But it's like, nowadays it's like the phone. I feel like now the phones are raising our kids. Because after the mom and daddies get all them Jordans and get all them clothes for you, they want you out their face. So what they do? Go in your room, get your phone. Nowadays, kids love to be on punishment. As long as they can keep that phone. And it seems as if that's just what's taking over right now. The phones. Everybody keep one in their hand. Everybody got their head down. So I just wanted to drop that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right.